Welcome back, everybody. Today we are not doing fitness-related awesome news because I'm not wearing a tie. Today we're actually here to do a recap, because Alex wanted to behind the camera right now, of the Rogue Invitational. And I think it's important for us in anything we do to really take a step back and talk about things we did well at and things we didn't do well at. So today I'm going to be discussing each event for the Rogue Invitational and what I excelled at and what I should fix before the CrossFit Games if they occur. So let's get started. All right, so first up we have event 1 of the Rogue Invitational. Essentially it was a 21:59, the basic couplet of thrusters at increasing weight and burpee pull-ups. And honestly, it was the first time I've seen burpee pull-ups in a workout like that. It's not a workout we practice very often. Things I did well at. I was actually, to be honest with you, I was thoroughly impressed. I think there should have been a second scored event where the guy who went unbroken on the 9 thrusters at 205 got extra points. I'm still waiting for that. That is something I did well at. I didn't think I was going to be capable of doing that. Getting to the 9 thrusters at 205, I rested a little bit longer before picking up that bar because I knew everyone, I'm pretty sure, broke it. I thought, if I can hit this unbroken, I will jump ahead of the pack. And I think watching the video later, I was behind by about 5 spots, or behind by a bunch, and then jumped 5 spots by going unbroken. So that's one thing I did do well at there. Things I didn't do well at in that workout, I'm going to say nothing. I'm going to say I did very well. It was 3rd place overall. I think Colton Mertens took 1st, who's like this tall. Sorry if you can't see there. He's like this tall, right? I love you, Colton, but you know, I can't compete with Frodo when it comes to thrusters. So took 3rd overall. I was actually impressed with my performance in that workout. This is event number 2, and this is the 4th time I've tried to say this without stumbling across my words. Event number 2 was separately scored 2 parts. Event number 1 was 50 power snatches for time at 95 pounds or 75 pounds for women. And then the second scored event was a death by power snatches, which I don't think has been done in a competition ever before. I mean, we do it in like our regular gym setting, but never in a competition. So I thought that was beautifully programmed. Congratulations, Chris Spieler and Josh Bridges, who I think did the programming for Rogue. That was really cool.
Yeah. No fear. Yeah. King. Yeah. No fear. Fight. I'm fearless, it's only right. My head's up, I stay strong. Forever young, may you live long. With perseverance, hold on and stand tall.
I'm just, the one thing I have to say about Chris and Josh is they don't like your back. The bad part about doing 95-pound power snatches for 50 reps is you tend to break your back. At this point, Alex is going to insert some video clips of me looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame and like, So did the 50 for time. The first scored event for 50, I believe I got like 13th or 16th. I don't remember exactly. I did not do well. I broke it up into 35 and 15 because I decided I'm just going to break it one time. I should be solid. Little did I know that everyone and their mother thought it was cool to go unbroken, so congratulations all you guys who were hosses. Took my rest at the 5-minute mark. We started with 11, and I caught up and made some ground on the death by power snatches, probably because I didn't go ham in the beginning. Maybe a good decision, I don't know. Made it to the round of 18. I had, I think, 2 or 3 no reps in the round of 18 that didn't allow me to get into the round of 19. Patrick Vellner got 11 of 19 in the next round. If I would have gotten to the 19th, I don't know if I would have gotten 11 or not. Hindsight's 20/20. But overall, I thought I did well at part B, but not so great at part A. Event number 3. This one was seriously my favorite because I just thought to myself, I can't wait to whoop kids with their grip. And I was allowed to do that, except for Patrick Vellner, who didn't get the memo. So Pat, listen up. Event number 3 started out with 240 weighted double unders. And for those of you who've been around for a while, Rogue specifically makes a jump rope that is not only a weighted cable, but a weighted handle. So for those of you sitting at home on your couches right now saying to yourself, oh my gosh, they're making those 240 double unders look so bad, it's because they're heavy handles. They're heavy. They're like the size of a barbell in your hand. Anyways, 240 double unders, straight into 2 rounds of 60 toes to bar and a 30-calorie echo bike. I was excited for the workout. It was really grip intensive. The bad part about this workout was the fact that you did some grip workout before power snatches, so the 2-hour rest was enough, but you could still feel it.
Give me a second, I'm trying to select the appropriate weapon. Watch where you stepping, them snakes all around, you know they connected. When I was a kid, my grandmama told me I can't go to heaven, so I stopped praying and asking for blessings and started preparing for my Armageddon. Got nothing to lose, I'm all in. Walking the edge, don't fall in. Enough of the lies, don't apologize, I don't understand. Are you foreign? This is the place, this is the site. Grab all your people and log in. I'm waiting, don't care how long it's gonna take. Watching and waiting for that first mistake. Don't come up missing, don't get it twisted. I'm not Rihanna, but boy, you a gunner, you right on my hit list. Keeping my distance, just checking the listings. I'm always aware of your current position. I just hold out to the perfect conditions. Coming alive.
For the double unders, I know a lot of guys took some short breaks, but large or small sets, so they do like 40s or something like that, or 60s, and take small breaks in between. I decided that I'm not a little girl, that I'm just gonna get big sets and get it over with. So I think I went 150 and then did a quick break and then took 90. I believe I got off the jump rope at 2 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock, and I don't think the first heat got off like 3 minutes. So I had a lot of time to deal with. Then I realized it was kind of a bad idea by getting to the toes to bar. My grip was already shot. I believe I did sets of 15s in the beginning of the first set. Maybe near the end it was a little bit less. Got to the echo bike, did 75 cals, got back to the toes to bar, did 10s, and then decided to do like 5s. It was getting pretty gnarly, and then got back to the bike. The one thing I did not do well at in this workout was I am not good at sprinting near the end of a workout. So when I got my final 60 toes to bar done, my wife holds up a board that says, yo, Jacob, you and Patrick Vellner are getting on the bike at the same time. You have to go. And multiple people like going like this. And it's hard for me that we're gonna work on now. It's hard for me to get that 5th gear to go. And if you watch the video, you know, Alex will insert the video of me looking like I'm on a Sunday stroll, and Patrick looks like he's going like a bat out of hell. Anyways, I placed 2nd overall, still not bad, lost to Patrick, but honestly, it was a really, really good day 1, and I was really impressed with myself. All right, so day 1 was good for Jacob. He ended 2nd overall. On top of the world, guys. I'm feeling great. I'm like Titanic, the girl in Titanic. And Leonardo DiCaprio, who's Patrick Vellner, was holding me up. But then day 2 came. And you see, day 1 was just riddled with a back workout. And day 2 literally had no back workout at all. There was no use in your back. False. It was all full of back. So day 2 is pretty rough for me. One thing we're going to work on going forward is just a mental game. I think I came into day 2 not mentally prepared to give my full effort. And, you know, I'm not the only person whose back is sore. I'm not the only person that felt like they gave a piggyback ride to a walrus. Like, everyone's back was like Hunchback of Notre Dame, like a Theotis from 300. But I let that get up here. And I think in the long run, that really affected my performance in the 2nd day. Now, this is not an excuse. This is not just like I would have gotten first had I done better. This is just me talking how I feel going into day 2. So day 2 starts out with a clean and jerk, and we start off with event number 4 is 7 clean and jerks for time as a tiebreaker, okay, not a scored event, at 255. One thing I did not do well for that workout was I did not warm up properly for it, and that's something I'm going to fix going forward. I knew that me doing touch and go 255 for a power clean and jerk was not going to go over very well. I could probably get like 3, but by the 4th one was going to get ugly, and then by 5 and 6 and 7, I might fail. So I made the mental decision to do singles, and it was probably a good decision in the long run. I was able to finish it, but I think it took me 50 21 seconds, which in the grand scheme of things, if you look at like guys like Chandler and all these guys at the top end of the sport in the Rogue Invitational, they were doing like 24 seconds. So like they had a lot of time to rest. So didn't do that very well. Then took some rest, came back to the clean and jerk, and for the 1 rep max, which we're gonna start at 290 and increase every 4 minutes by 10 pounds. I knew going into this event that it wasn't gonna be mine to win. It was gonna be mine to really save points. I wasn't gonna win it. I was trying just not to bomb it out, but I was trying to get as many points as I can because I knew that I was going to lose points in this workout.
I'ma make noise in the street, please. All that fake love you can keep, please. You can't with my energy. You can't with my energy. Cease. I'ma make noise in the street, please. All that fake love you can keep, please. You can't with my energy. You can't with my I'ma make noise in the You can't with my energy. I'ma make noise in the I'ma make noise in the
Yeah. Part of my introduction, I ain't a bussin'. Ain't made it all of you bucketheads and you went.
So approached it, got 290, got 300, got 310. 310 I think honestly was my best lift. Was luckily able to get 320, albeit it was the most ugliest jerk of my life, but beauty points don't count. And so got 320, and then failed the jerk at 330. 330, it was just too far forward. I don't think, by the time I got out of the hole with 330, I knew I was probably gonna fail it. And so again, that's all up here. Like I'm saying, I'm saying this out loud and kind of realizing it. I knew I wasn't probably gonna get it overhead, but I was able to clean it. The jerk was far forward, and luckily, I guess Mike Bergener, if you're listening, is offering for me to come in with Chandler, who also is a very ugly lifter, but won the workout somehow, to come in and train with you, so I might take you up on that. So, gotta work on some clean and jerks, some 1 rep maxes. That was event number 4. Event number 5, and going into this one, I think everyone will kind of agree that this workout was sorely, not undervalued, but like, you were kind of like, oh, that looks like a fun workout, it doesn't look that hard, and it was difficult. And so event number 5 was a kind of a chipper-esque. It was kind of like going up a mountain, down a mountain. So we started out with a 40-calorie row. We went into 30 D-ball squat cleans, 20 D-ball box step overs, 40 strict handstand push-ups, and then back down through it. And the D-ball was 70 for women or 100 pounds for men. And I tell you right now, that was a super difficult workout.
I ain't no altar boy. I ain't no yes man.
And the reason for that being, number one, like I mentioned, it's a mental game that I failed on day 2 with, is it's one thing to squat clean a 100-pound barbell, because you're gonna do singles. But it's one thing to squat clean a 100-pound D-ball because you have to bend over more than necessary. And let's be honest with ourselves. Event number 2 for Rogue, 2A and 2B, which is like 120 power snatches, didn't really help my back out. And so having to bend over further, you're feeling bad for yourself, I'm feeling bad for myself. And so, yeah, anyways, things I did well at this workout. I thought I was able to hold a decent rep per second, or seconds per rep for the D-ball squat cleans. Things that I didn't do well at was I was not very good in my transitions. And that's something we need to work on going forward. And that is the idea of being a little more direct in your transitions and attacking it more. Instead of taking a sip of water, which I did on stream or on film, taking a sip of water and chalking up and, acting like it's a party. It's going to the next movement, attacking the next movement, and then moving on to the next one. I did not do that very well. I put forth a decent effort. Could I have done better with less transitions? Absolutely. I think overall I finished 5th in that workout, or actually I think it was 6th in that workout. Not bad, but not really what I wanted, considering the next workout, event number 6, I wasn't going to be great at, and I knew that, and so I needed more points. Event number 6, final event of the Rogue Invitational, is a classic 21-15-9 chipper, kind of like the first one we started with. This time it's not as fun, and your back is feeling like Gumbies, I don't know. And so 21-15-9 of deadlift at 275 and overhead squats at 155 The women, I think, was a 185 deadlift and a 105 overhead squat, something like that. Don't quote me.
All my life I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion. Right now I can barely focus. I'm showing no emotion. On your knees, show your devotion. My skin is black but golden. I'm not here for bragging, boasting. Ain't lying, I've been chosen. Mind is burning, heart's exploding. This is my magnum opus. Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if you're with me now. Tell me, are you with me now? Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom, already forgot 'em, but they forgive me now.
You're kind of seeing a trend here. Going into this workout, I don't think I was there mentally to do this, to do some more back workout, considering my back had already worked out quite a few times. I had tried this workout in training before, and I had gotten 5 minutes, so I knew I could beat that. And so we decided to change things up a little bit differently. For this workout, the way I approached it was I wanted to do my overhead squats unbroken. That is the way you should do it, is unbroken overhead squats. The deadlifts, it was just going to be like, you do it how you feel. So I would say, looking back, one thing I did do well at was I thought my deadlifts honestly weren't that bad. I was able to do 21 deadlifts unbroken. I came back from the 15. I believe I did 11 and 4 or 10 and 5, which in training I think I did like 3 sets, which was awful. And then for the 9s, I did 3 sets. It was a very quick rest, which I'm okay with. So honestly, not that bad for deadlifts. What I didn't suspect was going to really bother me was just my back and my overhead lockout. For the 21s, I had to be really slow on it, and so time under tension really plays a factor in this. And so having to have that bar overhead and go slower and having longer time in the bar didn't help me out. And so with the 15 overhead squats, I actually had a break at 11 and 4, which was, in a 4-minute, 3-minute workout, breaking a barbell when no one else is going to break it is sorely detrimental. So one thing I did good at was deadlifts. One thing that I need to work on again is honestly that time domain and that amount of weight. Pulling that amount of weight in that time domain was difficult for me. So anyways, overall thoughts from the Rogue Invitational, things I need to work on going forward. Right here. Is the rest of my body there? No. Is there things we need to improve? Absolutely. Getting that snatch up, getting that clean and jerk up, working on our overhead positioning, those things are great, okay? And they need to happen. And they're important. But sometimes half the battle, or if not more than half the battle, is up here. And so I can be the best athlete in the world, but if on day 1, I'm feeling wrecked at the end of day 1, and I come to day 2 feeling, I feel sore, and I feel bad for myself, and I'm having a pity party. It doesn't matter what your body feels like if your mind's not there. And so that's something we're going to have to work on going forward. We're definitely going to attack that going forward in the season, and especially for if we have the CrossFit Games or whatever that looks like going forward, we're going to make sure to change it for that event and hopefully do better than we did at the Rogue Invitational. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching my closing thoughts for Rogue Invitational. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Take it away.
Jacob, you had an awesome day 1.